And I'm Stephanie Langston. We're getting the party started with some music that will have you throwing on those boots and hitting the dance floor.
Yes, Trey Calloway has a new song out called She Don't Break It, and a tour all in the Nashville area. You can even catch him at the local tonight.
Thank you for coming back in and seeing us, Fred.
Ladies, thank y'all for having me. It's good to be here again.
We love having you. You always have these great stories behind the songs. So tell us about She Don't Break It, because I think a lot of folks out there can probably relate to this one.
Well, this song is simply just about that amazing, special feeling you get when you just finally start getting over somebody. You know, you've been heartbroken for a long time, and then every day you wake up and you're a little bit better. And that feeling of, you know, she breaks it every now and then, but she doesn't break it like she used to.
Yeah, oh, I love it. Yeah. Okay, you guys are gonna be dancing. We're gonna take a little listen and then we'll chat on the other side.
I've been picking up the pieces of what once was barely beaten leather, broken in two, but this whole heart is feeling brand new. She don't break it like she used to. Oh no.
I mean, I love it. It is such a good one. We all were moving and grooving. Okay, you wrote this, co-wrote this with Terry McBride, who you used to open up for. Yes, Brandon Hood. You say this is a Texas-style shuffle.
Yes, it is.
What was that process like, that writing process?
So I wrote this song with Terry McBride from McBride and the Ride. You know, they had the big #1 hit back in the 90s with Sacred Ground. Terry's also written a bunch of hits for Brooks and Dunn. He wrote Play Something Country and Cowgirls Don't Cry. And so he knows Texas. He's from Texas. He knows Texas music like the back of his hands. And thanks to Zach Top, shuffles are back in style again, which is good for me, because about half my songs I write are shuffles. And then Brandon Hood, my new producer, we're working on this new album. And I said something like, they don't make them like they used to. I think that was the hook. You know, maybe talk about trucks or relationships or whatever have you. But Brandon said, how about she don't break it like she used to? And I was like, man, that's never been said before. And so we did. We just wrote this cool little shuffle, and we had the idea about kicking it off with the chorus. That's what gets your attention right off the bat. It's just, she don't break like she used to. And it really just, it's fun to sing. We do it about every show now, and it really goes over well. By the second or third chorus, I can see everybody going,
yes.
This right here. So it's cool.
I think a shuffle needs a dance, 100%. So we got to work on that.
Nice.
Cowboy Kyle, urban cowboy line dancers. We got to get him to choreograph something.
Cowboy Kyle, you heard it.
Give us
He's
a call. Come on here and make up that dance for us. Well, I was on your social media surfing around, and I saw that you just did a session at the Castle, and I'm just dying to know all the details and secrets about this place and what exactly you're doing in there.
The Castle is, you know what I heard the name. A lot of studios have crazy names. You know, just like, oh, it's just going to be a place called the Castle. It's going to be a brick building or something. But you pull up, and it's a literal castle. And apparently, from what I learned, Al Capone used to own it and used to run his moonshine out of there or something like that. There's like tunnels underneath it. It's all kinds of really cool stuff. And so it's very 70s inside. The aesthetic is very wood grain, and everything's shag carpet, and it's really cool, man. Ernest cut his last record there. Lots of really popular albums, great albums have been made there. So we did 2 new songs that I can't talk about just yet, but I'll be back on here to talk about it with you soon.
What a tease. Okay, we've got to talk about this. Okay, that we're going back to that shuffle sound, that 90s country sound. It's very, that's basically a lot of what your music sounds like. But you also blend in this like modern sound. Where does that 90s love come from, and how do you kind of mesh it together? That's a great question. I think for me, I just, a long time ago decided I'm going to make the kind of music that speaks to me. I can't, if I'm ever to be fortunate enough to have a great amount of success in this business, it's going to be as me. I can't pretend to be somebody that I'm not. And so that's just what, when I write, that's what comes out. You know, Garth Brooks and Alan Jackson and George Strait, Clint Black, my mom and my dad raised me on those guys. So for me, it's just the music I make, and I always have gone out of my way in the studio. I'm not going to tell these players what to play. I want them to feel like this is a piece of my heart on this record too. And I don't think every artist necessarily is like that. And I understand if you want it to sound exactly the way you want it to sound, that's cool. But I've found that when I let the guitar player or the steel player play what's in his or her heart, we get something better than I would have come up with on my own.
So that's been a part of my sound too, is letting the players show off, which is a very 90s thing. Letting those guys rock, letting them rip on the tracks.
I love that. Well, last time you were here, we were talking about She Misses Being Mrs. And we were on a manhunt for a ghostwriter out there. No,
we
still
still
no luck.
haven't found the guy. No, we haven't.
Dang, what
He's
a story.
out there somewhere. I'm coming for you, sir.
Yes,
I will find you.
The person that helped inspire writing that song. And I think Laura suggested you should name your album maybe that.
Yeah.
You said you're working on a couple songs at the Castle. Have we come up with an album name yet?
We think so. So we've done, to date, we've done 11. So there's 11 as of now, and then we might do one more, and it's called Heart on the Highway. I wrote it with Collins Horton and Kyle Whitaker. And if we do end up recording it, you know, if all goes well and we end up cutting it, that's going to be the title track. It's a song about the sacrifices that musicians make for this crazy business that we give so much to, but not a lot of times get a whole lot back from.
Oh.
So
You
that's
give
what it's
a
about.
lot. There's
So
no doubt about that. You're a hardworking man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We appreciate you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
so much for
ladies.
joining us.
It's
Have
good to
fun
be here.
tonight.
I sure will. It's my drummer's birthday. Just want to say happy birthday, Tristan Atwood. I love you, buddy. And I'll see you tonight. We're going to rip it up.
Yes. Happy birthday. Be sure to check out the shows around town. He's got his lineup online at TreyCallawayMusic.com.